Hi, we are Advaita.
Welcome to artistaloud.com. Thank God it's Rock on Friday.
Here you get to see what makes us the musicians we are.
So sit back and enjoy.
The Advaita experience.
Go start the fire, let it burn, light the sky. Go start the fire, let it send out the message.
Hi, I'm Abhishek Mathur. I play guitars with Advaita. One of our band members, Aditya, actually came up with the name, and he was heavily into the art of living and meditation and things, and he came up with the name, and the minute he said it, we all knew that this is the perfect band name for this band.
Advaita means non-dual, so advait, so when there is no duality. Now what happens is when you experience oneness with all that is and who you are, that is Advaita.
That word actually gave meaning to the band, and with our music, at the end of the day, we're all trying to be, one. We want to present one song and all energy forms coming together.
How this band came into being actually is a long process of different people wanting to formulate this kind of a setup which would incorporate Indian classical music into a slightly more modern contemporary songwriting kind of setup. So I had been fumbling around working with some musicians and some sitar players and a tabla player, and Anando, our keyboard player, was also part of that, and Aditya and Sohail and some other guys had a band called Incognito where they were using the sarangi, and I happened to watch a show of that band in a pub called Mez in South Delhi, and I was completely blown away by the sound, and I discussed with them the possibilities of collaborating, and I don't think their band or our setup was really going anywhere after that, so we decided to combine forces, so to speak, and that's how Advaita came to be.
I had seen Advaita's first show at Sri Venkateswara College, and I was pretty blown away with what these guys were doing, because my notion of a music band or a group was just, heavy rock singing and that kind of thing, and I never thought that I'd fit the band scenario ever. But this is when I heard, a band which was doing something different, something that I thought I could definitely do. I heard them first, and I even remember posting on their website a comment, "You guys are great," sort of a thing. Later, 2005, Anando got in touch with me. He's like, "We're looking for a vocalist. Would you like to try?" And I was like, "Are you sure? Because, okay, why not?" Around that time, I was also a part of another band, choir, called Artists Unlimited. And, the whole focus there is just to showcase different artists, and people just come and collaborate. And I've made a lot of close friends through that platform, and that's where I met Chayan, that's where I met Ujjwal, that's where I met Suhail. So, it was a completely unique experience. When you kind of connect with people at a musical level, you automatically find, yourselves drawing towards each other when you want to write music, and we used to hang out a lot generally. And yeah, we just started writing music together.
It's only a matter of time. We'll reach it. Sooner or later it will. 'Cause
Advaita's music has a lot of unique features about it. First of all, the lineup itself has people from such different background and different tastes, what they've grown up listening to. But I think what makes it unique is that the personalities fit into one chemistry.
Advaita's sound has grown a lot over the years. It's been around 7 years now. And in the initial years, it was more about getting to know our fellow bandmates and their strengths and how they interact with other musicians and their influences. Now we've gradually come to the point where when classical musicians, when they sing us a rag or a bandish, we can immediately understand how the mode works and we can interpret that better in terms of our instruments.
What is special about Advaita's music is it's pure, and we are trying to packet it in such a way so that it reaches the masses, so that they can relate to it, rather than making it a very serious classical music as it is considered even now. The whole songwriting, when 8 of us are together, we have to be sure of certain rules that we follow in Indian classical rhythm.
The beauty of Advaita's music, when I heard it first time, was the fact that nothing seemed like a force fit. I heard a lot of elements of music that I'd heard before, and yet it sounded something, they didn't sound like different elements at all. They sounded like, one cohesive sound.
It's very, very modern Indian sound, which is very, very inspired by Indian culture, by Indian environment, by anything which is, where you're from. And that's what Advaita stands for.
Amalgamation of both the styles of music, which is Hindustani classical, at the very same time we call Western music. I think we don't want to put it as trying to initiate some kind of a fusion happening here. It's more how certain people connect to each other musically and personally.
Our first album was released in 2009. It's called Grounded in Space, and it was a huge effort on the band's part to take that album out. It took close to 3 years to finish, actually.
During that process, we took a lot of time in writing our songs. We were very particular. I mean, especially compositions like Ghir Ghir or Rasiya, which are like pure classical composition based in a classical rag. So Grounded in Space in that way has been a interesting experience of recording it at Yash Raj and then working together for it. Was a different thing altogether, a wonderful experience.
At Yash Raj was another out-of-the-world experience because the atmosphere, the equipment, the engineers, everything was just amazing. I mean, it's one of Asia's, biggest and one of the best studios, and to be recording an album there was absolutely fantastic. It was a great learning experience, meeting so many people around there, and I think we had a fantastic time recording the first album there. And
it's a very balanced album. It's not very predominantly Western, it's not predominantly classical. It's somewhere in between, which comprises both the styles very beautifully, and it fits in perfectly. But at the very same time, it's very surprising how certain classical compositions like Ghir Ghir or Rasiya just fits in beautifully with the Western vocals or with the Western arrangement. and I think that needs a bit of a hard work, but it's a very spontaneous and at the very moment thought of music.
And when we released the album, it was again, we were taken aback by the response that we got at our launch show when we launched the album in Delhi at Habitat, and basic invites were just through Facebook and social networking sites and word of mouth, and that was pretty much all we did. And yet to see so many people out there come out and support and come for the album launch was just another, like, it was very, very overwhelming.
रसिया हूँ न जाने, रसिया हूँ न जाने, रसिया हूँ न जाने.
The discussion began on what song we should use for making a music video. We obviously had a lot of suggestions on that, but the one we finally decided on was the song Rasiya, which is the opening track of our album. I think it's one song that captures the entire sound of the Advaita band. Every member is involved. Everything we have to offer, whether it's the classical vocals or the sarangi or the tabla or the English vocals, everybody has a nice part in that song. So we thought that's one reason why that would be the right song to go for.
We didn't have much experience about video shoots, so they would just make us sit in different directions, and we would have to play the song 4 or 5 times, and then they started taking multiple angles, and after that was done, they wanted to do some more special effects, which one of the newer things that are being used now is called light painting, and none of us really knew how that really worked. And we had individual people sitting and moving almost like in slow motion, that I would have to move my head like this or move my fingers in slow motion, while all the other people, they were moving these lights, built-in lights around my hands and around my body. And to me, I couldn't understand anything, but later on when I saw the video, it was like these magical lights moving around, and it looked really cool. And the ultimate outcome has been quite exciting for us, and they've done a fantastic job.
Time is now, forever is still, just like the ocean. Mana
It is also special that Rasiya's video was made, and it was the first video we ever made, because everybody was starting afresh. So the whole approach, the whole feel of the video, you'll see and you'll find that it's beautiful.
I think it's a great song because it's a very, very good example of what the Advaita experience or the Advaita sound is like. It's a very good example that we can give to anybody who's listening to our music about what we try and do.
It was a very fresh sound for us as well, because उसमें काफी organic elements हैं, electronic sound हैं, and एक बहुत ही अजीब सा, like to me it sounded very अजीब because उज्जवल जिस scale में गा रहा है और उससे बिल्कुल बाहर हटके मैंने उसमें एक melody बनाई थी, so it gave the track a very different dimension, and everybody in the band really liked it. पहले मैं बहुत nervous था उस part को लेके कि पता नहीं ये settle होगा या लोग मतलब बाकी band को इसको अच्छा मानेंगे या ये अच्छा साउंड करेगा, बट माशाल्लाह वो काफ़ी अच्छा साउंड कर रहा है एंड पीपल लाइक
2008, British Council approached Advaita, and basically they were doing an exchange program where they wanted British producers to come and produce music for Indian bands. So John Leckie and Dan Austin, two renowned producers from the UK, they came down and they auditioned close to 40-45 bands in India. And Advaita was one of the lucky ones to get selected in the the 4 bands that were finally made it to the program.
Probably the biggest thing that's happened to us in our careers has been being selected for the Soundpad project, which was initiated by the British Council. It was conducted by a very, very famous producer called John Leckie, who's worked with the likes of Radiohead and Pink Floyd and all the Beatles individually. We were really, really lucky to be selected, and hugely kicked, of course.
Anindo said that I've received a mail and we've been shortlisted, and I think we were very, very happy, all of us, that we will get to record with these legendary producers and also do a UK tour, and also excited about how we'll be also traveling with these other bands, Swaratma, Medusa and Indigo Children, and it was something really, really big. It's definitely a milestone in Advaita's career.
So we recorded 2 tracks with him in Bombay, and those tracks were released in a CD released worldwide. And after which we went for a tour to the UK, which was the most stunning experience of my life, at least, because we played in like 6 cities all over the UK. We travelled on this incredible bus which was like fitted with sofas and DVD players and fridges and had a kitchen inside, and like properly like a rock star treatment, which I don't think we'll ever experience in our lives again.
I think everybody became a cartoon character when they saw the buses, because everybody's jaws dropped and eyes fell out.
The whole UK experience and playing your music there, people liking it, what you're doing, mind-blowing for me. I mean, the whole experience of like playing in an international audience was just amazing.
UK especially, I remember one of the moments, the concert in Brighton, where the audience was very close to us, and the kind of reaction we were getting at that point of time, whenever there'll be any kind of an improvisation going on here and there, sarangi or any sarangi sound is coming in any of the tracks, and vocals are coming in, Western vocals, and that whole exchange of Hindustani and the Western vocals and everything. It was amazing. They appreciated so wonderfully. It was like it was just one of the best moments you can feel at that point of time on stage. And being a musician, I think it's one of the moments you will cherish all your life.
After that, we went to Singapore as well, which was another boost to our the whole thing. There, it was another venue, in a big venue, wonderful international auditorium. I mean, it's in an international festival. So to be part of that as well was an amazing experience.
1, 2, 3, go. Up there. Back there. Everybody together. More power.
Another opportunity that we got was releasing a compilation for Artist Allowed, and it was something that came at a very good time for us, because I don't think we were ready enough to release another album at the same time we had some songs that we wanted out there, you know. So it came at a very good time because Artists Allowed wanted us to give them 3 songs which they would release online, and you know, for anybody to access them, and it was a brilliant opportunity for us. So the songs that we released, and actually we worked on a few songs for this were Start the Fire, Gorak and Why.